There you go. Okay, so back to the third part of the episode, and just we already knew the two great lists that Kevin and Erin brought. So I'm glad. I'm now I have homework to do. That's so cool. That's so cool. And yeah, thank you very much. Now you can, I mean, yeah, just tell us a bit about your show. What does your show do? Where can people find you? Um, Tell us a little bit more of the show, the podcast that wouldn't die.
We are the co-hosts of the podcast that wouldn't die, where each week we discuss guilty pleasures, forgotten classics, horror movies, science fiction movies with a comedic twist. You can, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can listen to us on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, and anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So check it out.
And yes, you should. Like these guys are really fun. I have had the opportunity to watch a few movies because of you, movies that I didn't know, and when I just watch them, I'm always surprised. Like, how come I didn't know this movie? It's so fun. It's so nice.
What did you
And
watch?
I remember the one of the now I don't have the name of the top of my head, but there's this guy that was on the road. The
The Hitcher.
the hitcher. We watched
That is
that one.
really a forgotten class because that one's hard to even find. So
It
good
was
on
hard to
you.
find. It was hard to find, and when I put it, because it was hard to find, and I was telling my wife, okay, we're gonna give this movie an opportunity because it's probably part of the forgotten uh, movies in the world. Like it's not a movie that everyone has seen,
Right.
but I watched the trailer and I got curious because of you guys. So I was like, this could be a very good movie to watch, and and yes, it was. Like and she and my wife always um puts the feet on the ground, and she's always like, but how how come he stops to an unknown person? I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't do that, never. And I was like, okay, it's a movie. Don't take it too serious.
It's
Yeah,
dangerous to drive your car today, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
But once upon a time, people hitchhiked. I used to hitchhike like when I was in high school.
Yeah,
Did you really, Aaron? You
Yeah.
hitchhiked?
I
I
was a bold lady. I think I hitchhiked a little bit in college too.
Oh,
that was part of
Jesus.
the things I told her. I was telling her, look, back in time, people like it was easier to do these kind of things. Probably nowadays it's different, but back in time, and by the moment that movie was made, 1989, 19, what's the year?
86,
Yeah,
give or take.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I found it really fun.
Good.
I've never been a Star Trek fan, but I heard the Wrath of Khan episode, and I was like, okay, because that's the second part, right?
Right.
Right.
That's the second part, so I need to watch the first one to go
Oh.
to.
No.
No,
Ooh.
no.
The
No.
first one is terrible, and they're separate stories.
Right.
As
Okay,
long,
okay.
all you need to know is there's a Captain Kirk.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to watch the first part of Khan, and that would have been the old TV series.
Ooh, that's too much homework, I
It's
guess.
not
No.
necessary though.
No, no,
You're
no.
good.
Okay,
The
No.
first
okay.
Star Trek is terrible. It's like you can't believe a second one or a third or a fourth or a fifth because the first one was terrible.
Don't do the first one.
Go right
Okay,
to Khan. Ricardo
okay.
Montalban is amazing.
That's right. He's dynamite.
Yeah, and so I always enjoy the show. I always listen to you guys,
Thank you.
even if I'm not a fan of the movies. Because, for example, in this case, Star Trek, I've never been a fan, but I got curious, And yeah, it's really fun. So guys, if you haven't heard, if you haven't listened the podcast that wouldn't die, this is the chance. Go for them. Go for them. Listen to them. You're gonna have fun. It's not only about the movie; it's the way the movie is described, depicted, and shown. It's more than the movie. So it's great.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I
And we're
tell people we do
spoilers.
good movies too. You know, it's not always, sometimes it seems like we do a bunch of crap, but that's not our goal. It just sometimes happens that way, sadly.
No, it happens. I mean, and of course, like because it's science fiction and horror, like uh, we know in advance that most likely it's not gonna be like award-winning movies. Like,
They can't all be winners.
They can't all be winners. But we're always open to suggestions. A lot of times
Absolutely.
people suggest terrible movies. But
of
every
course.
now and then someone will suggest a real gem like that British one, the Saint Maud.
Saint Maud was good.
Saint Maud was
Absolutely.
creepy.
You see, that's the thing. And I'm a fan. I like science fiction. I like horror movies, but I always need to convince my wife. That's the challenge.
Right.
That's the challenge. Like, okay, we're gonna watch this movie. We're gonna give this movie an opportunity. I let her watch the trailer
You
to
got to
see
ease
if,
her into it.
yeah.
Get her a glass of wine.
Exactly. Get some popcorn. Yeah, just you just sit back and relax and enjoy. That's the only thing you have to do. I take the rest. I take care of the rest.
Have her
Uh,
listen to the podcast because it's a huge spoiler. We're going to tell you exactly what happens so you can be prepared.
Exactly.
it's okay. Like I'm fine. Like I hate spoilers when it's a movie that I really have in my mind. Like for example, it's coming up Doctor Strange and the
Mhm.
Multiverse of Madness, and I want to watch it in the movie theater per se.
Absolutely.
If if you guys come here and make an episode about that, I will most likely listen to it after I watch the movie because that's gonna be a huge spoiler thing, right? So
Right. We're
uh,
not trying to ruin anybody's experience. I mean, people will if you listen, you know we're probably going to spoil it. Now, I don't tweet spoilers. You know,
no,
hey,
no, no,
I
no, no,
was
no.
shocked the grandmother just showed up at the end. I couldn't believe it. I'm never going to drop those kind of nuggets on
No,
people
no, no,
who were
for
like,
sure,
"What the
for sure.
hell?"
I like to think we're like a book club. So you
Right.
Yeah.
watch the movie and then we kind of critique it and give our 2 cents and, do you agree or disagree?
Yes, and then you talk about the cast, and then you talk about the rating, the reviews, like how did it go, how did it do, if it went well, if it didn't go that well, and it's no lovely, lovely, great
Oh,
show,
thank you.
and yeah, thank you very much for having this opportunity to meet with me, and I really enjoyed this 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 chat. It's gonna be a long episode.
Buckle up.
But I enjoyed it really much. Thank you for the patience. Thank you for the
Absolutely.
patience. Thank you for waiting for me, and looking forward to keeping listening to you guys, and yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you so much for having us. It was a lot
Uh,
of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Oh,
It was,
imagine if you had a list of 10. We'd be
oh
here for
my
another
god,
another 2 hours.
another 2 hours, another 2 hours talking about my soundtracks.
That's right.
Very cool, very cool. No, thank you, and thank you for bringing this curiosity to me. Like I now I have to look at these movies to hear these soundtracks, and very good, very good. I'm very interested.
And
So thank you.
Rumblefish.
And
And
Rumblefish,
Rumblefish.
Rumblefish, of course, Rumblefish will come. Okay,
Perfect.
guys. Thank you very much. Well, enjoy, and if anything, I'm always here for you guys.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.